Gotta wonder, though, what kind of bastard must I have been? And nobody was there to claim me. I mean, I'm not the most charming guy in the world, so I've been told, but nobody?
She's prepping a movie. She ain't got no time for this, but she found time and she said, "Hi, Shia." And we just smiled. We had nothing else to say. But she saved my life, dog. Like, there wasn't no promises made, wasn't no long conversation being had, nothing. Just her presence, the ministry of presence. Sometimes that's all you need to offer a person who's in a situation like that, is like, just to be present. And she was present for me at a time when I didn't deserve to have nobody in my life.
He doesn't seem like he cares, though. It doesn't even seem like it affects him.
Of course he doesn't. Same strategy you use. He's just better at it. Because he's a man. He has no one to talk to about it, so he won't.
He doesn't talk about anything.
He's a man.
There's 10,000 times more going on inside the head of a man than you have any idea. He's carrying burdens that you don't have a clue about, and he don't know how to express them, and he don't know what to do about it, and he figures if he puts it out there and communicates it, he's just going to be shot down, called a fool, called weak, so he carries it inside, and you have no clue the burdens and the hell that most men are carrying inside and not even showing you. I wish more women understood that.
She's a real one. She's a real one. And I'll never be able to. It's the first time I really understood love, because I didn't have nothing to give. And I was sitting there thinking like, well, I don't have nothing. It's not sexy to be with me. Don't you get it? Like, and love is irrational that way. You can't rationalize real love. It doesn't make any sense. And yeah, she gave me hope, bro, when I was really like running on fumes. I wasn't running on empty, but I was running on fumes.
I'm trying to make you understand this. That is, if she left you, it's because she was never meant to be the one who stays while you stay the same. She was the mirror that showed you every place you were still unfinished. She didn't leave because you weren't enough. She left because you were still becoming the man who would be enough. I mean, you're a human being, you have your feelings, you have your needs as well, obviously. But that version of you, it could not grow while she was still holding that space. You need to understand this, that she left so you can finally stop negotiating with your own potential. She left so the soft excuses could die. She left so the nights of "I'll change tomorrow" would turn into mornings of "I will change today." Because real love doesn't always stay to comfort you. Sometimes the deepest love is the one that walks away and forces you to become the man who no longer needs to be saved, but he only needs to be chosen. So if she left you, don't beg for the old version of you back. Don't chase the version of her that only existed when you were only half asleep. Use this opportunity that you have been given. Become so solid, so focused, so unapologetically better that the next time that love finds you, it doesn't have to leave in order for you to wake up. She didn't leave to destroy you. You need to understand this. She's not the villain. She left to make sure that the man who rises from this is someone who no one will ever have the reason to walk away from again. That is the mindset that you need to have about this. Another important aspect of all this is that she has her own life. and she wants her happiness too. It's not always about your happiness. Sometimes we go around and we say, oh, I want her back and I can't live without her and I can't do this without her. It's not always about you. And some would say that men deserve happiness, and of course men deserves to be happy. But this society of men's mental health, and you need to seek help and talk about your feelings and all that soft language they keep feeding you, is not always the right approach. Most men today are weak, and if you use your eyes and see things plainly for what they are, you will also be able to see that. They cry online. You open up your Instagram and you see this blonde, athletic dude who's crying about some girl he misses. They beg in the comments for attention. They post long paragraphs about how broken they are, and they wait for strangers to tell them that it's okay to stay broken. That is not strength. That is addiction to pity. That is not the way that men are supposed to act. She did not leave you, so you could become another soft man sitting in a dark room repeating that I can't live without her. She left because she saw that the version of you still needed her more than she needed you. And what you need to do, if you are this man, what you need to do is to grow some backbone. Real men don't collapse when a woman walks away. They go to work on themselves, and they stop explaining their pain and start to use this pain into something productive.
Women, we need to have a conversation that some of us are not going to like. Because sometimes, the problem is not him. Sometimes, it's us. And before you get angry at me, hear what I'm actually saying. Not every man who flirts with you is promising you a future. Not every compliment is a declaration of love. Not every man who gives you attention has some deep, calculated intention behind it. Sometimes, a man is simply interested. Sometimes, he's attracted to you. Sometimes, he's getting to know you. And we can be incredibly quick to take that attention, build an entire story around it, and then punish him when he doesn't follow the script we wrote in our own heads. That isn't fair. And we also need to stop pretending women have no power in these situations. We know we have influence. We know femininity can be powerful. A smile can be powerful. Affection can be powerful. Vulnerability can be powerful. Our attention can be powerful. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with being feminine, emotional, soft, beautiful, confident, or desirable. But there is something wrong with weaponizing those things. There is something wrong with using your tears to avoid accountability. There is something wrong with bringing up your trauma every time somebody challenges your behavior. There is something wrong with pulling a man close when you want reassurance, pushing him away when responsibility becomes uncomfortable, and then calling him toxic because he finally refuses to play along. Your trauma can explain your behavior. It does not automatically excuse it. Your feelings are real. That does not mean your interpretation of every situation is automatically correct. And being a woman does not make you morally superior to the man standing in front of you. Some of us have learned that if we cry loudly enough, tell the story emotionally enough, or frame ourselves as the wounded woman, people will immediately start looking for the man to blame. Think about what that can do to someone. Imagine genuinely loving a woman, trying to understand her, trying to make her happy, constantly changing yourself because you're terrified of upsetting her, and slowly realizing that nothing you do will ever be enough, because every disagreement somehow ends with you being the villain. Men hurt too. Men remember words too. Men lie awake wondering what they did wrong too. Men can spend months questioning their worth because a woman they loved convince them that everything was their responsibility. And many of them will never tell you. They'll laugh with their friends. They'll go to work. They'll go to the gym. They'll say, "I'm good." And then they'll carry what you did to them quietly for years. So if you recognize yourself in this, I'm not telling you that because I hate you. I'm telling you because you need to grow. Get yourself together. Stop putting yourself on some imaginary pedestal where every man has to prove himself worthy of you, while you never examine whether you are healthy enough to love him properly. Stop asking, "Does he deserve me?" and occasionally ask yourself, "What kind of woman am I giving him? Am I honest? Am I consistent? Do I communicate instead of manipulate? Do I take responsibility when I'm wrong? Do I respect his emotions, even when they inconvenience me? Can I apologize without somehow turning the apology into another explanation of why everything is actually his fault?" Because femininity is not about controlling men. Strength is not about making someone bend. And empowerment is not having the ability to hurt somebody while knowing the world might automatically take your side. Real strength is having that power and choosing tenderness, choosing honesty, choosing accountability, choosing to look at yourself in the mirror and say, "I hurt someone. I was wrong. I need to change." That takes far more courage than making another man the villain of your story. And ladies, if we expect good men to become better men, then we need to have enough humility to become better women too. You are not a princess sitting on a throne waiting for men to prove themselves. You're a human being, but so is he.
My wife told me a week ago she's going to divorce me because she wants easy and something different. It's my head.
You said your wife wants to divorce you?
Yeah, she's about to.
Yeah, you brought that
And
shit
nobody does.
live,
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah. And it's with my head, my self-confidence, and what's your advice on how to navigate through
shit.
it?
Honestly?
Yeah.
Have you been good to her?
Yeah.
Real good?
I can do better.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean. She doesn't want you anymore. Okay?
Yeah.
That's a hard reality.
Yeah.
I've had several not want me anymore. And it hurt, lost weight, gained weight, couldn't sleep, crazy. While that is out there getting ass, chilling out, going to the club, and I'm fucking miserable, wasting time while she's living. It's a real easy answer. You gotta get back out there. I'm not saying get back on the horse, but you gotta stop the feelings you feel right now.
Yeah.
There's something, like I said, there's something that everybody's dealing with. And your feelings are the one thing in life that will hurt you from moving forward. It'd be different if she still loved you.
Yeah.
And there was an issue going on. If she wants to divorce you, she's done with you, man. Suck that shit the fuck up and move on. Seriously, there's no answer for that.
Okay.
You're a good man. I can tell you're a good man, and it hurts. That shows what kind of man you are. Which is why you say, "We're good, man. Have a good life. Call her tonight. We're good. I'll give you the fucking divorce, and you step out." Because there's a whole bunch of women who like your fucking ass. I guarantee that.
And so I'm at her parents' house, like in an extra bedroom, having lost everything. And my one Hail Mary play of this launch, the money did not come through. And I was like, I think you should leave me. I think I'm a sinking ship right now. And I would respect you. Like, we're cool if you want to walk away. Like, we're good. Like, I won't think less of you. Like, I would walk away from you right now because this has a very high likelihood of not going right. And she pulled my chin towards her and she was like, "I would sleep with you under a bridge if it came to that."
There's this scene in the Old Testament where Jacob wrestles with an angel he's wrestling with God, actually, which is quite an interesting. That's what Israel means, right? Wrestling with God. Yeah, that just blew me away when I learned it. It's so
Is that true?
The true people of
Hebrew?
Israel are those who wrestle with God.
Wrestle
Yeah,
with
it's
God.
not believe exactly. It's a whole different thing, man. It's a whole different thing. And
Isn't
so,
it like fear from God? What it means? That's what I thought.
well, it did from the work I did in the last couple of months looking at this, and I looked into it quite deeply. It does mean wrestling, essentially, and it does derive from that scene in the Old Testament where Jacob wrestles with God. That's when he gets the name Israel. And his hip is dislocated, right? Permanently. He has a permanent limp after that. It's no joke. But I think of marriage the same way. Like people think, well, they lived happily ever after. It's like, that's not what you want in a marriage.
Yeah.
You want someone to contend with, you know, because you learn through that wrestling, you know, like you learn where you're an idiot and where you should stop being and vice versa. So that's the spiritual aspect of marriage. It's the fact that you have to contend with someone under all sorts of circumstances, theoretically is what would you say? It's a manner of promoting psychological, or you could say spiritual growth. And it's genuine. You know, that's why marriage is a sacrament in most human communities, right? It's stamped both by the state and by the sacred authorities, because it's not just a physiological union. That's what animals do. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with the physiological union, but it has to be placed in the context of everything else a human being is. And I do think it's dreadful for people not to have that. And
do you think it's become harder for people to have meaningful, lasting relationships, or has it always been this hard? I feel like I thank God that I'm not dating now, because I feel like it seems like it's miserable out there right now.
Well, it's hard
to try to meet people.
It is hard although, you know, it's easier to meet people because there's more ways of meeting them.
Right.
But the ways of meeting them are more shallow. In my clinical practice, I would say that the rise of the internet dating option has actually overall been good for people who are looking for a partner. Now, there is some speculation and some evidence that it lowers the transaction price of separation and divorce. You know, because one of the reasons you don't separate or you don't get divorced is like, well, you're going to find someone else. And if it's easier to find someone else, then perhaps you're more tempted to sever the relationship. So maybe you lose in one place where you gain in the other. But I think there are different kinds of hard that it is. You know, it's hard for couples to figure out how to manage two careers. It's hard for women to figure out how to get educated and get their career launched at the same time that they're finding a partner and having kids. Because women have this tight time frame, you know. I mean, they've got to get a lot done by the time they're mid-30s for sure. And so it's not much time, you know. It's like 15 years really from the time you're an adult. You better get at it. It's not very long.
Right.
So I think there are new challenges that have arisen that weren't there for previous generations. But previous generations had it hard in other ways.
That's very true, yeah. Like dying
they
at
died.
50.
Yeah. Or in childbirth, for example.
I feel like people also need to like understand how to make a relationship work. Like it's not just magic. You need to kind of put in the work to make it work.
It's hard.
You need to put in effort and compromise a lot of times on, like if you live by yourself, you can do everything the way you would want.
Yeah.
If you live with someone else, then there's compromises to make.
Yes.
But in the long picture, it's better for you.
Well, that's it. There's sacrifices to be made in the short term.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, people have to, the effort issue is like, well, when you're in love with someone, you're going to organize your schedule and make them a priority. And, you know, that's in some ways a fleeting state, although it's not necessarily as fleeting as people think it is, but whatever. It's obviously a priority. And then you get married and, you know, you kind of get accustomed to having each other around, and then everything else is more important and the relationship drifts to the bottom. And then people get dissatisfied and they start looking for excitement and adventure otherwise. Well, you can't do that. You have to prioritize the relationship. Like my observation clinically has been for a couple to maintain their relationship without it deteriorating, they have to spend 90 minutes a week together talking about their lives, about how the house is run, about what they've all been doing to keep their stories caught up, right?
That's not really even that much.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not that much.
Yeah.
But and which is a good thing. You can actually do it. And then they need to spend at least one time having a date. And 2 is better. 1 is necessary. 2 is better. You can't aim for a lot more than that because, you know, life is very busy. And if it's going to be sustainable, it has to be realistic. But they need to make time for each other twice a week and talk in a non-romantic way, just practically about the domestic economy and about everything that's going on. And that keeps people tied to each other and updated. And so that's sort of your minimal commitment level if you don't want things to deteriorate.
You want it back? No. I want her to be happy. No matter what that means. I want her to find someone who will treat her with all the love she deserved from me. I want her to meet someone who'll see her always as I do now. Through your eyes. Now that's a prayer.
Why didn't you rape me? Why? It wasn't over for me. I waited for you for 7 years. Now it's too late.
I wrote you 365 letters. I wrote you every day for a year.
You wrote me?
Yes. It wasn't over. Still isn't over.
You just have to show up for
Show
once.
up?
Yes.
Show up?
Yes.
Showed up for you! I showed up! I was standing there for you!
Oh, for
and
you!
look where it got me!
So this is my fault then?
I showed up for you!
All of this is my fault, bro!
I showed up for you!
It doesn't scare me! Just
I can't do it! Why do you even want me? Why? I'm such a up!
Why is the moon so lonely?
Why?
Because she used to have a lover.
You tell this to the kids?
No. His name was Kwekawatsu, and they lived in the spirit world together.
Oh, that's a true story.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And every night, they would wander the skies together. But one of the other spirits was jealous. Trickster wanted the moon for himself. So he told Kwekawatsu that the moon had asked for flowers. He told him to come to our world and pick her some wild roses. But Kwekawatsu didn't know that once you leave the spirit world, you can never go back. And every night, he looks up in the sky and sees the moon and howls her name. But he can never touch her again. Means the Wolverine.
I let her go.
What? How could you do that?
I had to.
Yes, but why?
Because I love her.
Not just to verbalize a complaint, but to verbalize a good feeling. It's difficult for us to do because we were trained. Big boys don't cry. Stand up, be a man. Take it like a man. Hold it in, suck it up. We train men to be silent and then crave them to speak. And that's why we die quicker than you, because we don't talk. We just disappear. We internalize. We just disappear.
To begin with, I love you, with a depth and passion that I have felt for no one else in this life. And if it astonishes you, it astonishes me as well. First of all, I swore I would not get involved with another woman. Secondly, I have never had such a feeling before, and it's almost frightening. Thirdly, I would never have thought it possible that another human being could occupy my waking and sleeping thoughts to the exclusion of almost everything else. Fourthly, I never thought that even if one was in love, one could get so completely besotted with another person so that a minute away from them felt like 1,000 years. Fifthly, I never hoped, aspired, dreamed that one could find everything one wanted in one person. I was not such an idiot as to believe this was possible. Yet in you, I found everything I want. You are beautiful, gay, giving, gentle, idiotically and deliciously feminine, sexy, wonderfully intelligent, and wonderfully silly as well. I want nothing else in this life than to be with you, to listen and watch you, your beautiful voice, your beauty, to argue with you, to laugh with you, to show you things and share things with you, to explore your magnificent mind, to explore your wonderful body, to help you, protect you, serve you, and bash you on the head when I think you're wrong. Not to put too fine a point on it, I consider I'm the only man outside mythology to have found the crock of gold at the rainbow's end.
And I want to say something else. Because after everything I just said, I don't want this to sound like love is something we should be afraid of. Love can be beautiful. I know that because of Eddie. God, I love that man. I love him because he never tried to become some perfect version of a man just to impress me. He was himself, steady, kind, patient. And when I was difficult, he didn't always tell me what I wanted to hear. Sometimes he told me what I needed to hear. And I learned something from that. A good man is not always the man who agrees with you. Sometimes the man who loves you most is the one who respects you enough to tell you the truth. Eddie made me feel safe without making me feel weak. He gave me space without making me feel abandoned. He loved the woman I was, while still believing in the woman I could become. And that means more to me than I think he will ever fully understand. There were times when I wondered if I was waiting too long. You know that feeling. You watch people around you fall in love. You see engagements, weddings, families. You start wondering, what about me? Did I miss my chance? Am I asking for too much? And that is where so many women make a terrible mistake. We become afraid of waiting, so we start accepting. We accept attention instead of love, chemistry instead of character, excitement instead of stability. And sometimes, we choose somebody simply because being alone scares us more than being with the wrong person. I am so grateful I waited, because Eddie was worth waiting for. Every stupid, lonely evening, every moment I wondered whether there was somebody out there who would understand me. Every time I thought, maybe I should lower my standards just a little bit. He was worth it. Not because he is perfect. Eddie, if you ever hear this, you are definitely not perfect. Neither am I. And maybe that's exactly the point. Real love isn't two perfect people finding each other. It's two imperfect people deciding that honesty, patience, forgiveness, and loyalty matter more than pretending to have everything figured out. I don't love Eddie because I need him beneath me. I don't need him wrapped around my finger. I don't want him bending to everything I say just because he loves me. I want him beside me, equal, strong enough to challenge me, gentle enough to hold me when I need him. and safe enough that I can admit when I'm wrong. Ladies, if you find a man who treats your heart carefully, who respects your boundaries, who celebrates your strength without feeling threatened by it, who listens when you speak, who can disagree with you without humiliating you, who stays honest even when honesty is uncomfortable, please don't punish him for what another man did to you. Don't make him spend your entire relationship paying debts that belong to somebody else. Eddie didn't create my scars, so he should never have been expected to bleed for them. That was something I had to learn. And when you find that kind of love, don't stand above it. Don't manipulate it. Don't test it every week just to make sure it's still there. Take care of it. Because good love is rare. And when you finally find somebody worth waiting for, you'll understand why everything that didn't work before him wasn't necessarily wasted time. Maybe it was teaching you how to recognize him when he finally arrived. And Eddie, I would wait for you all over again.
The truth is that men are soft. A lot of them are. They fold the moment life gets uncomfortable. They confuse having feelings with being ruled by them. They talk about discipline, loyalty, strength, and purpose, but the second they get rejected, disrespected, ignored, heartbroken, or challenged, everything falls apart. But you do not have to be one of them. You do not have to be another man who spends his life waiting for someone else to give him permission to become who he knows that he should be. Nobody is coming to build your life for you. Nobody is coming to drag you out of bed. Nobody is coming to train your body, to fix your finances, to repair your confidence, to control your temper, to strengthen your faith, to build your career, or teach you how to look at yourself in the mirror with respect again. That part is completely up to you. And yeah, life can hurt you. A woman can break your heart. A friend can betray you. Your family can disappoint you. You can lose money. You can lose years. You can make mistakes so stupid that you lay awake wondering how the hell you ever became that man. Okay, fine, now what? It's important you ask yourself this because eventually your pain is going to stop being an explanation and it will start becoming an excuse. You cannot spend 10 years blaming what happened to you 5 years ago. At some point, you have to stand up. And I don't mean pretending you don't feel anything. That is not strength. Being a man doesn't mean that you're becoming cold. It doesn't mean that you never cry. It doesn't mean like you're acting like nothing hurts you. Sometimes strength is admitting that, yeah, this broke me, but that does not get to keep me broken. That is a difference. Stop begging people to see your value. Okay. This is probably the most important thing that I will say in a very long while, within any of our motivational speeches. Stop begging people to see your value. Stop chasing women who have already shown you that they don't want you. Stop humiliating yourself for attention. Stop sending that fifth message. Stop checking whether she's online. Stop building your identity about whether somebody chooses you. Have some self-respect. You can love a woman deeply and still walk away from her. You can miss her and still refuse to chase her. You can have your heart broken into a million pieces and still get up the next morning and handle your responsibilities. That is what masculine maturity looks like. It's not about becoming heartless. It's about becoming responsible for your own heart. So stop expecting women to save you from being a weak man. A relationship is not going to give you discipline. A beautiful girlfriend is not going to give you purpose. Sex is not going to make you confident. Attention is not going to make you valuable. If you have nothing inside you before she arrives, you'll spend the entire relationship terrified that she'll leave. And fear makes men do pathetic things. They become controlling. They become jealous. They become desperate. They tolerate disrespect because they're terrified of being alone. They abandon their friends. They abandon their goals. They abandon their standards. Sometimes they even abandon their own dignity, all to keep one person. Brother, what are you doing? Build a life that you respect even when nobody is watching. Train because you gave yourself your word. Keep on getting better because you promised your dad to be. Keep on becoming better because you promised your mom to be. Keep on getting better because you promised your sister to be better. Keep on becoming better because you promised your brother to keep on being better. Keep on getting better because you promised yourself to keep getting better. Work because you have responsibilities. Learn something. Become useful. Control your mouth. Control your anger. Keep your promises. Be the man who shows up when he says that he will. Be someone that your friends can call at 2 a.m. and know that you'll answer. Be someone that your family can rely on. Hard times is going to come. Dark days are going to come. Really, really difficult days are ahead of you. And your family needs you to be that strong pillar within the family when that day arrives. If you're going to be that man that day, it all depends on the work that you do today. That is not an over-exaggeration. That is the truth. And still, remember that some days you are going to fail. Just because you go to the gym and you are disciplined, just because you focus on yourself, it does not mean that you never fail. Trust me. So own your failures. Don't hide behind your childhood. Don't hide behind your ex. Don't blame anyone else. Don't hide behind your depression, behind your bad luck, your boss, your friends, or what somebody said about you 3 years ago. Get help if you really need it. Then get back to work. Those two things are not opposites. And understand this. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. Every time you do the thing that you said you're going to do, especially when you don't feel like doing it, you're teaching yourself something incredibly important. You are teaching yourself that your word means something. A man's word should mean something. You don't need to be the toughest man in the room. You don't need to be the richest man in the room. You should absolutely not be the loudest man in the room. You don't have to be the biggest man in the room. You don't have to be the most attractive man in the room. You don't need 20 women chasing you. You don't need strangers applauding you. You need to become the man that you are comfortable being alone with. A man who knows what he believes in. A man who knows what he stands for, what his principles are. A man who can love without becoming dependent. A man who can lose without becoming bitter. A man who can win without becoming arrogant. A man who can hear no and keep his dignity. A man who can get knocked down and refuse to build a home on the floor. So yeah, men are absolutely getting soft. But I don't care about men. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you the guy that is listening to this right now, you can't control what everybody else becomes. But you can control what you become. You can keep making excuses. You can keep saying that you'll start Monday. You can keep waiting until you feel motivated. You can keep blaming the world for the man you've become. Or you can decide that enough is enough. Not tomorrow. Not when life becomes easier. Now. So stand up. Right now. Handle your responsibilities. Love people deeply. Protect your peace. Keep your heart. Keep your standards. And build something with your life that you're proud to put your name on. It's like that old quote that Stan Lee once said.
If you have an idea that you genuinely think is good, don't let some idiot talk you out of it.
Nobody has ever proved him wrong. He is one of the most successful people within the entire history of entertainment. He did what he believed in. You can do that too. The world already has enough soft men making excuses for themselves. You don't have to be one of them. So stop waiting for someone to come and make a man out of you. Become one.